Antique Arrival, the popular TV show Antiques Roadshow, makes a stop here in Bentonville. But how much is our stuff worth? We'll tell you coming up.
And Big Brandy.
They made more brandy than anywhere else in the United States.
After 100 years away, a distinctly Bentonville brand is back.
Plus, a unique conversation with a leading lady focused on happiness baked in to breakfast.
Downtown Now starts right now.
Welcome to Downtown Now, a show about everything Bentonville. I'm Dana Schlegenhalf.
And I am Aaron Nolan, and we are inside the brand new YT Mill. This bicycle shop, there's only 4 in the entire world, and we have one in downtown Bentonville. Going to take a tour of this shop a little bit later in the show.
Pretty snazzy.
It is, I love it. I want to get on a bike.
Well, there's one right there and one right there and there.
All right.
We can do that, but
we'll do that later.
First do this.
Okay.
Did you know a popular reality show came to Northwest Arkansas, to Bentonville, and filmed recently?
Let's go behind the scenes right now of Antiques Roadshow.
Its tales of triumph attract millions each week, offering a thrilling blend of adventure, history, and discovery that has become a staple of American culture.
I hadn't heard of Crystal Bridges until we were coming here. Who knew such a glorious museum existed?
Antiques Roadshow, now in its 28th season, boasts a formidable lineup of expert appraisers and seasoned producers.
It takes a village to make a roadshow. We have about 70 appraisers here today. It takes a village.
All setting the stage for moments of suspense and elation as treasure hunters find out if their item is a grand slam or a complete miss.
If you're in an antique store, could you maybe get a $10 bill? Maybe.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
And you talk a good game.
Yeah, if you talk a good game.
They don't know what's going to happen. They really don't. And that's why you get to see their genuine surprise reaction, whatever they're feeling to the news they've heard.
And that's where we met Ishmael from Bella Vista, a rare find in Arkansas, a die-hard Yankees fan. Hey, full disclosure, so am I.
It's a bit unusual. I don't know who they root for out here, nor do I care, but but I'm a Yankee fan all the way.
And he has the jersey to prove it, covered in signatures from Yankees Titans.
The jersey I started in like 1979. Reggie Jackson was the first one. It's one of my favorites. Yeah. Mr. October. Yeah, he wrote it there. You can see it there. I got Jeter in '96. That was the only card show he's ever done.
You said you met
I got Mariano.
Who's next? You have Judge?
Judge hasn't done a public signing yet. I just try to get as many Hall of Famers, anybody who played with the Yankees who are Hall of Famers, and I just continue.
Then comes the moment of truth as Ishmael meets an appraiser and learns the value of his unique jersey.
Because you've been able to get so many of the great Yankee signatures on the last couple of dynasties, and I know you're saying you need to get Judge, so you need a few to probably fill out, but I would put an auction estimate on it of $6,000 to $8,000.
And I'm going to continue.
For Ishmael, it's a dollar amount attached to a priceless passion project.
You know, my goal is to try to get over 200, try to fill up the back now, you know.
So it's a great piece of Yankee history, and it goes to show Yankee fans are everywhere.
That's right, thank you, appreciate that.
And while Ishmael may not have hit the jackpot yet with his Yankees jersey, he can be rest assured that the Yankees are going to win their 28th World Series title this fall. I may have editorialized that a little bit, but it's going to happen.
Want to bet?
Yeah, let's make a bet.
It's in Bentonville. Bet a bike?
Okay, sure.
Hey, let's play Did You Know? Dana, you've already done this once in this show. It's your favorite game.
Yes.
Did you know that George Washington in the late 1700s have something in common with Bentonville in the late 1800s?
You're going to have to tell me more.
Exactly. George Washington made brandy in the late 1700s. Bentonville was big on brandy nearly a century later.
It all started in 1893 when a family moved from Nashville, Tennessee to the brand new town of Bentonville, Arkansas. What E. John and Robert G. Macon found were apples, and a lot of them.
That was the crop. that created the economy for Bentonville specifically and many small towns.
While many of the apples were shipped across the country, it was the bad apples, the bruised, the scarred, the unsellable, that sparked an idea. So with an investment from John T. Carson, this brand was born.
It was the largest brandy distiller in the United States until really the Prohibition era came early to this state in 1914, and they shut it down. So from 1893 to 1914, they made more brandy than anywhere else in the United States.
Now, Prohibition put a prolonged pause on this spirit until more than 100 years later, when Kyle Alexander and a few friends decided to bring back the brandy.
Being a history buff became being somebody involved in distilling.
Kyle, with no plans of owning liquor, reached out for help, including Tara Cook and her family farm distillery, Tall Pines, out of Pineville, Missouri.
We were really excited about it. We met them, and they brought the opportunity to us, and we really thought that it would be amazing to begin this journey with them and help them grow that brand over the years.
Since its rebirth and rebottling in 2018, this brand is distilling about 1,200 bottles a year, still made with Ozark apples and Arkansas black apples.
The Bentonville brand goes all over the world thanks to our friends the Waltons, and you know, I think having something else that's uniquely Bentonville is a good thing to tag on to that.
R.G. Macon and Carson is serving up a mixed drink of apple brandy with a twist of a century-old local story.
Because before there was big chicken, big trucking, or big box, there was big brandy in the big red apple.
It's not just brandy. Kyle and his team have started vodka. It's appropriately named Woo Fig Vodka. Wonder where that came from.
Yeah, we'll try that one later. But first, a new bicycle brand is making a home here in Bentonville. Let's take a look.
Let's look at YT. This is a really cool spot.
YT Bikes has opened its 4th worldwide mill, and it's right here. We're standing in it.
Inside.
In downtown Bentonville. This brand started in 2007 with a couple of buddies who wanted to make affordable bikes, and now they're in multiple countries, including the United States of America and here in Northwest Arkansas.
I think a lot of people were surprised when we chose Bentonville for the next location for our 4th mill around the world. The reputation is only starting about being the mountain bike capital of the world, and we're happy to be here to help that effort snowball. And we truly believe that this is only the beginning of what is going to be great things for mountain biking in Bentonville.
YT's motto is live uncaged. This bike may be tethered down. I'm going to uncage it right now. Maybe not.
No. You keep working on that back there. In just a second, we're going to tell you about one of our new favorite brands at Walmart. We're going to introduce you to the CEO of Belgian Boys. That's next. You okay back there?
From fashion school to building a brand from baked goods in a suitcase, Belgian Boys CEO Anouck Gotlib is today's Downtown Conversation. One of our best friends in downtown Bentonville joins us now, Anouck Gotlib from Belgian Boys. Anouck, thank you for coming back to Bentonville. Let's first off talk about what we were talking about off camera. The first time you were here, you were at Farmers Market, and we got hit with a massive storm.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here for the 2nd year in a row. It's gonna be awesome. We're all energized. We have tons of pink, and it's gonna be so fun. Last year was memorable, I wanna say. Well, I remember, Aaron's like, the weather's, they say it's gonna be okay. They say it's gonna be okay. And then all of a sudden it's like black sky. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Pouring rain, like literally my feet were soaked, and then it's like we were running around. It was just lots of drama, but I still came back.
You still came back. And let's talk about, you mentioned things change in the weather. Things change in business as well, right? And you guys are doing things very cool with Belgian Boys. I want to talk about, though, the beginning of it, because you've said in an interview, it all began out of a suitcase. How does a waffle pancake company start in a suitcase?
Well, Lots of suitcase analogies because I met my husband, my co-founder, in a plane.
Okay.
So that's one. But really, Greg came to college here in the US. He went to Boston. He's originally from Belgium, and he was just bringing waffles and pancakes for himself to enjoy because he was nostalgic to the treats from
In a
Belgium.
suitcase, though?
Yeah, in a suitcase.
Okay.
And his friends in the dorm was like, oh my God, Greg, this is so good. Where can I buy it? Where can I find it? They couldn't find it. And every time he was flying back to visit family, etc., they were like, Greg, I want you to bring this one with the chocolate, with the pancakes. And he was just bringing suitcases over the ocean from Belgium to the US for his friends to enjoy in the dorms.
And that was the beginning of Belgian
That
Boys.
was the beginning of the idea of Belgian Boys, yes. And then I met Greg on a flight. My background's actually fashion design.
Yep.
So Greg was like starting to think about this idea of bringing his waffles from home to the US. I was like, Greg, I love this idea. As an expat, I could relate it, understand it, but it's gotta look good. We gotta make clothes for the waffles, for the pancakes, so that they look good, so people will actually want to pick them up on the shelves. And that's where it started. Over the years, it started as this brand born out of the nostalgia we had for our authentic treats, and really evolved into this feel-good brand, comfort food done right? What do you want to give your kids in the morning when they wake up? And that's really how Belgian Boys has evolved over the last 10 years.
From a suitcase to walking to a Walmart here in Bentonville, Arkansas, and seeing your product in a refrigerated aisle. What is that feeling like, knowing that long process has happened? Because building a brand doesn't just happen. You don't just get into Walmart. This is something that is building blocks years after years.
Yes, building, absolutely, years after years. And it does feel surreal when you walk into a store and you see on a Walmart shelf your packaging standing there in pink in a sea of blue. It really gives me energy, right? It was actually, Walmart was the first retailer to give us a shot with this merchandising strategy that we're doing, which is refrigerated breakfast as opposed to frozen breakfast. So when I came to the US, I showed waffles and pancakes to buyers. They were like, oh, frozen breakfast. I was like, what is frozen breakfast? Why would you freeze breakfast? You eat it every single day. And even from the consumer habit, you wake up in the morning, you go to a kitchen. What do you open, your fridge or your freezer? Most people open their fridge. So why do you stock up on an item you eat every day? And in the stores, where do you buy breakfast foods, eggs, milk, yogurt, dairy? That's where my product needs to be merchandised. That's how it's merchandised in Europe. And every retailer in America, Walmart was the first one to give us an opportunity. It was in 65 stores back in 2019, 4 distribution center, logistical nightmare. But we saw that there was traction, and now 4 years later, Walmart has expanded us into 990 stores, and it's just the beginning. I'm so grateful for them believing in our vision and giving this innovation a shot, because in the last 5 years, it has grown so much, and it really gives me goosebumps to think about how much that has contributed to the path of our company, really.
Now, let's talk a little bit about being a woman CEO in a business world like this. Is that a responsibility you feel? Is it a weight that you feel? Or is it a joy that you feel?
I think first of all, it's an evolution, right? I feel really privileged to be in the position that I'm in, and I felt a lot of imposter syndrome, entering into rooms, and I'm like, you being overlooked, so many times they were like, can I speak to your boss? And I'm like, well, you also feel
you are
in
the
the
boss.
beginning, right? But in the beginning, I was like feeling uncomfortable. I was just like, Greg, come talk, right? And it took me years to overcome that, right? Like, I know what my strengths are. I know what my weaknesses are, and you can either work on your weaknesses or work on your strengths to get better and get surrounded by people, by talented group of people, that is my team, that fit those weaknesses, and together we are that strong team. I lead, I believe, with empathy. I have no clue how to be a CEO. I don't know, and I never pretend to know how to be the CEO of a company that's tomorrow's day old. Yesterday, we survived. Today, we're here, I'm speaking to you, so it's awesome, right? Tomorrow, we'll see and we'll figure it out. And I always talk about that with our team. We're just enjoying this journey, and that's what success in life is for me, and that's what I try to model to our team and to inspire our teammates as well.
Well, I want to thank you as a dad of 2 girls for blazing a path for women. I sure hope that my girls can look up to you in that role and have that leadership role. Let's talk about Bentonville specifically. For a vendor, for a brand, an emerging brand like Belgian Boys, how important is Bentonville, Arkansas?
Well, let me tell you a story. I'm from Antwerp, Belgium. It's one of the biggest cities in Antwerp. In Belgium, there's Brussels, Antwerp. It's tiny compared to what you have here in America. Never ever in my life would I have ever thought that I, this girl from Antwerp, Belgium, would be excited to come to Bentonville, Arkansas, right? Like I couldn't have imagined this in my life. Every time I get invited, every time I come on a flight here, it's like the nail in that you want to go. It's just this destination. If you're in CPG, consumer product goods, it's like there is no better place in the world, and it's opportunities. It's the American dream. I came here with a suitcase 13 years ago, met a guy on the plane, got married. Now we have a team of 21. I'm still pinching myself, this is our life. And to come here and then to really experience also Bentonville. I've been here for already more than a handful of times, met amazing people like you.
Thank you.
I'm always so grateful to be coming back here.
Well, I think that we as a community are grateful that Walmart has chosen this as their home office, as their home city. But I think that Bentonville has so much more to offer. And I think that's what I'm hearing. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but of course for business you want to be here because of Walmart. But there's some charm here as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen there's so much culture. We're in this hotel now where it's like a museum. Every time you come here, even if you don't stay, I always go and walk around. Amazing restaurants. And yesterday I ate a really delicious fish in a restaurant. So awesome town, and really, really grateful to be here.
Anouck, thank you so much. If you haven't tried Belgian Boys, I would give them a A+ rating from us here at Dwtn Now. It's very special to have you at First Friday, Farmers Market last year. Don't be a stranger. Come to the streets of Bentonville anytime you want.
Thank you so much. And of course, you can find Belgian Boys at Walmart. And thank you so much for having me.
Anouck, you're the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Not only is Belgian Boys seeing great success in Walmarts around the country, Anouck and her husband are expecting another child. So congratulations to Mommy, Daddy, and a fantastic Belgian Boys brand. After the break, how much is our stuff worth? We'll find out as we go back to Antiques Roadshow.
Aaron, from forgotten works of art to dust-gathering heirlooms to junk that is not worth a penny, Antiques Roadshow has seen it all. They truly have.
They really have. So we decided to raid all of our closets to see what we could take to Antiques Roadshow and make us rich. Needless to say, we're still working.
So you having a good day?
It's a beautiful day. First coming. All right, so this is probably my family's prized possession, Travis.
Oh, that's a big build-up because a lot of family stories can go either way.
In 1955, Elvis came to Batesville, Arkansas. My father-in-law was at that show, went backstage, shook his hand, signed this for him. It has not been authenticated because, as my father-in-law says, I was the authenticator.
Based on what we see, and you have Elvis, right? King of rock and roll. Everybody loves him. Icon. There's a lot of autographs out there. He must have been having a really bad day signing this autograph because, I mean, the way he ends that Y is not how you see hypothetical. If this is legit, right, comes back, boom, money shot, certified Elvis autograph on a headshot like that. Easily $1,000 to $1,500.
Awesome.
Maybe a little bit more.
All right, Dana's got one now.
All right, Dana, round 2.
Travis, this has no story.
Awesome, okay. Oh, come on. Wow, hey, it's not even a real one. It's not even a, I mean, at first I'm going to say, oh, wow, it's a Hummel. but it's not. I mean, Hummels are bad enough, but this is a fake Hummel. Honestly, if you like, target shooting, it's cheaper than buying clay pigeons or anything like this. Just throw it up, you take a shot. But no, this is 1950s occupied Japan Hummel bootleg. If you were in an antique store, could you maybe get a $10 bill? Maybe. If you're lucky.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Absolutely. Pleasure to meet you. Enjoy the day. Thank you for coming.
Antiques Roadshow. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And if you wanted to know, the antique Hummel, the fake,
It was fake.
it was fake, is back in the china cabinet where it belongs forever and all eternity.
It certainly belongs there. That is our show for this Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Downtown Now.
We'll see you next Sunday.